Angling is often a game of efficiency, based on the location of your target species. Walleye are one of those fish that frequently roam over vast flats and lake basins searching for forage. This open water pattern occurs from late spring throughout summer in many lakes across the North Country. Fish can be found bottom-oriented or suspended, depending on the forage. Classic walleye techniques like rigging and jigging tactics are not an option. When walleye spread out, trolling is unquestionably the best tactic that enables you to replicate a specific depth level and simultaneously comb lots of water. In these conditions, spinner rigs and crankbaits shine to put large walleyes in the boat. Let's join Angling Edge's Ty Sjodin and Jeff Simpson with some insight on big water trolling.
Open water trolling. I think it works, don't you?
I do.
We've been getting a few of these today, and it's really producing.
Closed captioning is provided by Smooth Moves, adjustable boat seat suspensions for a smoother ride.
I'm heading out fishing with one of my best friends and co-workers, Jeff Simpson. We're heading out on Lake of the Woods, which is one of the most prolific walleye fisheries in the world.
Absolutely, Ty. You know, it's late summer and this is a great time to get out there. The big fish have moved out. We know where they're at and we're getting to get after them with crankbaits.
Open water trolling, walleyes. It's the ticket right now. We're gonna go get some fish.
Let's do it, buddy.
How's your speed? Still good?
Still good. There's a big batch of fish in there.
Yeah, we're gonna get one right here. Oh yeah, fish.
You got one?
I think so. It just dropped back. I don't know if it's a real big fish. This big fish will actually bury these boards.
Boards.
Boards, boards, boards. Open water trolling. He's got some weight all of a sudden. I think he knows he's hooked, Jeff. Did you put it in neutral there, bud?
Yeah.
Cover in water with multiple lines. Those planter boards, so you get those baits away from the boat. Using these down deep husky jerks over these massive mud flats and reefs, catching walleyes. I think this one's got some weight, Jeff.
Yeah.
This wind's kind of pushing us along. You're talking about having this line out so we can get these baits down to about 25, 30 feet of water. Even these 14s, these 14 husky jerks, so we'll get down that far, but you still got about 200 feet of line out. Put the board on with another probably 25 feet.
You got some work to do when you get bit, don't you?
That's right. But again, once you figure it out and you got it dialed in, these Daiwa line counters are definitely the deal, so you can kind of figure them out, know how much line you need out, know how deep those baits are going. And finding those walleyes. This lake is super famous here in Minnesota especially, but really nationally for big walleyes, so you just never know what you're going to catch out here. The big, massive Lake of the Woods. Staying down too.
Yeah.
Could it be one of those? Oh yeah. Look at size that fish. Yep, Jeff.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice job, buddy.
Well, that didn't take long, huh?
Awesome. No, right? Yeah, you get dialed in, boy. That's awesome. First fish. Woo.
That's exactly what you can expect on crankbaits too. Big walleyes love crankbaits.
Here, come grab your fish, Ty. I got him.
You got her?
Hooks out there.
Nice. Whoa. Oh, wait till you see this.
Nice fish, Ty.
If you like big walleyes like I do, look at that. First walleye of the trip, right out of the gates. Planter boards, husky jerks, deep down husky jerks, number 14.
Nice.
What color was that? The typical great bait,
Yep.
great color. A lot of people know that UV green Fire tiger works. It's a great bait no matter where you go, especially Lake of the Woods. Let's get her.
Awesome.
Should we get a quick photo of this? Put it in the live well?
Let's do it.
Put it in the net, get a photo.
Hey, you just gotta visit Sunset Country.
Tired of doing this?
Yeah!
Get a can of this and spend more time doing this.
Got one! Yeah! Whoa!
Marine Pro Fuel Treatment helps marine engines start easier, run smoother, and last longer. Safe home! Marine Pro, new from the makers of Seafoam. Marine Pro is a complete marine fuel system treatment. Just pour it in. Fast starts and smooth running power have never been this easy. Ask for Marine Pro wherever marine products are sold.
From the kennel to the coop, Fleet Farm has everything you need to keep your animals happy and healthy. Whether you're getting them through the winter, mastering those retrieval skills, or wondering who takes care of who. There's a reason people say, if Fleet Farm doesn't have it, I don't need it. Because we have it all. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955.
This segment is brought to you by Big Bite Baits, designed to bring the big bite to your line.
Yeah, it's just loaded with bait and fish.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's a good fish.
Buddy.
Jeff just said there's a couple of big logs that he saw in the. It's a good big fish spot too. It's definitely a better one for sure.
Good.
I don't know if it's a king, Kong, or anything, but it's a decent one, I think. That's the way he hit. See it? Oh, that's a decent one.
That's cool.
Nice, nice, nice. Guess what? It popped right off too. Here's a beautiful walleye. Pretty gold. Ooh, nice. You know, I alluded to my good friend Jeff Simpson kind of at the beginning of the show. It's pretty interesting. Jeff and I have known each other for what, 21 years?
22, Ty.
22 years. And him and I actually started together at In Fisherman 22 years ago. And I left after about 10 years, so we worked together about 10 years in Fisherman. The Lindners had owned In Fish, obviously, for years. They had worked there for a number of years when we both were there. They vacated, they started Lindner Media, which is what we are today, right? So I left. In the meantime, worked for another TV outdoor producer. Jeff stayed on, has been there for the whole time, has really built the digital media into what it is today for In Fisherman. And now we happen to hire this guy. Digital media is really become a big part of our business. Jeff is a guru in that section of the business, so we hired him.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's great. I love the digital arena. I love the fishing business, and it's good to be back together with you again, Ty. You know, working and fishing together, that was one of our favorite things in the past, and we're moving forward, right? Awesome.
I like to say we got the band back together.
Right. That's exactly what happened.
And now, I mean, we've been doing this for a long time in between, catching fish, doing this in our off, you know, out of work, having fun doing it, and now we get to do it. with what the business we're in too, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know, everybody says, I'd love to get into the fishing business, which we did, and it is great, you know, but we still got to go to work, and there's still a lot of work to be done on the digital end of things. I love that part of my job. Ty here is in sales. He does a great job, and so in cohesion, everything just kind of works together, plus we get to get out and fish for the week too, so it all works out. We love it.
Not a bad gig. Actually, this is a pretty good eater. We're gonna have supper tonight again.
Absolutely.
We had a few for the pan, and
There you go.
nothing wrong with that.
Well, these fish are relating to the structures, but they're hanging out a little deeper. And that's pretty classic for this time of year. And once you figure that out, we're guessing they're in 27, 28 when we're seeing a lot of the marks. And you figure that out, and then you set up your plan accordingly with your boards and your line back. And once you get that formula dialed in, boy, you lock it in and you just repeat the process. You know, that's the system.
So this is kind of a team deal. We've got 3 licensed guys in the boat, so we can have 3 lines. And when you're talking about open water trolling, you want to have as many lines in the boat out as you can. So what that means is getting a couple of lines away from the boat, you then dropping a line kind of straight off, kind of long lining it. Teamwork, so Jeff's kind of keeping us on this break, and I'm getting these boards out. So what we're doing is, we're using our line cutter. So we just caught that fish. One was about 200 feet out, and then you got the board off the board, and then you got the board out about probably another 20, 30 feet, so it gets away from the boat. And the other one we had about 250 feet. So once you get it dialed in what those fish are doing and how deep these baits are actually running, you can really dial it in and really have that program down when you're talking about line counters. So it's very important to have line counters to really keep that system going. So we'll get this bait out, again, about 200 yards, or 200 feet, I'm sorry. We'll get the board clipped on and get the board, and then I'll get the other one out, and then we'll get the long line out. And Jeff's keeping us, like I said, in line with where these fish have been relating to this structure.
Well, I tell you what, with this 9-9, it really makes it a real slick system. You know, we're not really contour trolling. I'm hanging around an edge, but you can drop your trolling motor down and just get this set pointing straight. And then I can just steer with my remote control and keep this boat in the direction we want to go and make minor adjustments. It's really a slick system for this kind of trolling.
Yeah, the nice thing what Jeff's talking about, you got this lever on this kicker. You don't have to stand back here and run this motor. You got this lock mechanism to keep us going super straight. And like he said, he's using that bow mount with the remote to get us going left and right. So this is actually our speed mechanism, and he's got his steering wheel right up front. So it works out really good. We can stand anywhere in the boat. When the boards go off, you don't have to be in the back, you don't have to be in the front, you can do whatever you want. So it's a pretty cool way of trolling.
Pretty relaxing way to troll.
It sure is.
Right?
It's effective too,
Yeah,
as we found out.
Right.
As you look out, we're on the big lake, we're on Lake of the Woods. You gotta expect waves, you gotta expect wind. The weatherman was calling for 6 to 8 miles an hour. As we all know, the weatherman is not typically right on. It's a 50-50 percentage on whether they're right or not. When we're talking about big waves, one of my favorite products that I have in my boat is a smooth move. It's a must-have when you're talking about big waves. But the mistake people make when they get these things in their boat is adjusting them. You got to make the right adjustments compared to your weight. So for me, I'm usually on a number 3. Somebody like Jeff, who's a little bit bigger guy than I am, he's gonna have a different setting. So you gotta set these things based on the size of your body. When you're going on a body of water like this, you still gotta be smart. I mean, these things are gonna help your back. You still gotta run a safe speed so you're not gonna hurt yourself. Be smart on a body of water like this, but a product like this is gonna save your back every single time. Oh, got one.
There you go. Get him.
You gonna get him, Jeff?
Yeah, get him.
Any day.
I was in the midst of getting comfy. Netter?
This might have a little bit more power to it. We just actually went over some big marks.
What lies beneath can no longer hide. New Mega Imaging Plus uses high-frequency sonar to show you fish and structure up to 200 feet below your boat and 200 feet out to either side. No more secrets, no more guesswork. just a clearer picture of the world below, down to a fish's species and direction. Because more detail means more of this. Only from Humminbird.
For over 70 years, Lund has built the highest quality fishing boats with the most innovative features. But it doesn't stop there. Our expert dealers will help you choose the perfect set of electronics, trolling motors, and accessories to properly rig your boat and customize your ultimate fishing machine. That you just won't find in a big box store. For serious anglers looking for the ultimate in customization, there's only one true choice: Lund.
You don't know their names yet, but you will.
If you want to know how the best anglers always seem to find fish, stay on fish, and be in the right place at the right time, don't ask them. Just look at the name on the side of their boat. The one that's built 10 million motors, shallow water anchors, and more. No angler's gonna tell you their secrets, but they don't have to, because you already know. Minn Kota, fish for more.
The Edge is presented by these and other fine sponsors.
Oh, it's definitely a better one. Woo! There we go.
Bud. Nice fish.
There we go. It's a better fish, Jeff.
Yeah, beautiful fish.
It's actually a really good size one there. Yeah. A couple things that I look for when I'm looking for a trolling rod. One being length, and the other being a real soft tip. So St. Croix has this Icon trolling series rod. And what we're using here is it's an 8'6", medium power, moderate action. What we mean by moderate action is, again, we got that soft tip. So we do have we're using a braided line. We got 10-pound pro braid from Suffolk. Doesn't have a lot of stretch. We do have a fluorocarbon leader on this too, so you do get a little bit of stretch on that, but again, you want that soft tip so you're not ripping those treble hooks out of the fish's mouth. Jeff, fish. It's been a hot bait right there, Jeff.
It has, yeah. Ty's been playing with color back here and dialing it in, and that can make all the difference. You set out a variety of baits at first, different colors, and if one starts taking off, you start refining from there, and he really has it dialed in here. It seemed to all be coming on that color, aren't they, Ty?
Yeah, UV has been the program out here today, and the water's got some bloom in it. It's really dingy, and I think that's part of the reason, I think.
For sure. Come on up here, buddy.
I see him. There we go. That's a better one.
There you go. Nice job. Awesome.
Came right off for you, too.
I like
Look at
that. That's awesome.
Better fish, Jeff. Nice fish.
Yeah. That's the thing, as I was talking about color, Ty's got the UV dialed in and got them on all of our baits now. Our friends at Rapala, have really expanded their line of colors. This year they have all kinds of colors and some really cool ones too. 8 color patterns, and when you're going through, I'm gonna let this one go real quick. Okay, there you go, buddy. That's cool, yeah. So the thing with color is you have to experiment with it. Sometimes it doesn't make a difference, but when it does, it can make a huge difference. And pay attention to it. And on these tannic waters where there's a little stain in here, that UV color is awesome. Any kind of bright colors really work on sunny days. I like to try little colors with some flash as well, so put them down. If you got multiple lines, sure. No. Try the different baits and really dial it in.
That board just went woo! And I think this one's got some size.
Right?
When it starts going backwards and the line starts flying off the reel.
That's not just a bass, that's a pig. That's not just a snook, that's a donkey. That's not just a smallie, that's a toad, dude. Introducing Suffix Advanced Fluorocarbon. It's not just another fluoro, it's a whole new category of fluorocarbon. Hello, future.
Bubba has designed a fillet knife for both fresh and saltwater anglers. With our trusted non-slip grip, the Bubba fillet knives provide the precision, control, and flex to fillet any size fish.
You can't choose the weather, but you can choose to dress for it. Introducing Blackfish Performance Rain Gear. Utilizing patented eVent technology, this advanced membrane allows body heat and vapors to escape while offering 100% waterproof protection with an exceptional combination of waterproof and breathability ratings. Blackfish Rain Gear keeps you dry all day. Whether on the tournament trail or chasing weekend walleyes, choose Blackfish because you can't choose the weather.
Want to learn how to catch more and bigger fish? Well, we've got the place for you. Introducing the Fish Head Video Library. Now you can enjoy hour after hour of educational videos right on your phone, tablet, laptop, desktop, or even stream videos right to your TV. Largemouth, smallmouth, walleye, catfish, muskie, pike and panfish, open water, or on the ice. Check out Fish Head TV to rent, buy, or become a Fish Head member today.
The best performing electric fillet knife for both fresh and saltwater anglers. With our trusted non-slip grip, the Bubba electric fillet knife provides the precision, control, and flex to fillet any size fish.
The Edge is presented by these and other fine sponsors.
Staying down. This is one of the ones we're looking for, Jeff. Which this lake has a lot of really big girls. Again, this is that 14 deep down husky jerk. Oh yeah, there's a good one. Yes!
Yeah, buddy. Nice fish. Huh?
That is sweet. Woo. More fishing is fun to do, I tell you what. It just gives you an opportunity to get more lines out. Get lines away from the boat. We've got a couple, again, the bottom bouncers that are right behind the boat. You got a board away from the boat, even though, and that one has even got a bottom bouncer. And two, we're trying to get those baits down as close as possible. They're deep diving baits, but they still don't get down to running 32 feet of water is where we're getting a lot of these fish. So you want to stay as close as possible at the bottom, and the bottom bouncers help get those baits down there. So wait till you see this fish. That's a good one. That's a good
Lake of the Woods walleye, buddy.
That's what we're doing. Again, open water trolling. I think it works, don't you?
I do.
We've been getting a few of these today, and it's really producing.
It's just a great thing to capitalize, you know what? We know these fish late summer are going to move out into these haunts, and you really dial in your system, and as soon as that happens, you capitalize on fish like this.
You know, and what we've really been doing too is color. Really focusing on color, seeing what's going on, trying a bunch of different colors, but really the bait that has produced the big fish today has been those deep down husky jerk number 14, which was new last year. They actually came out with some new colors too.
Yep.
To kind of add to their selection, but the bait is absolutely deadly on big walleyes.
That's a lot of fun, buddy. We've been at it a long time. Good to be at it again.
Look at that! Big walleyes, Lake of the Woods, open water trolling.
Nice job.